오호! 렛츠 고! Phew! Made it! Ha! Let's go! Cha! Ha! Alright! Oh, secret. Cha. Let's go. Yes. Phew, made it. Ha. Let's go. Cha. Let's go. Let's go. Ha. Phew. Made it. Oh. Let's go. Ha. Yes, I'm a winner. Cha. Let's go. Phew, made it. Oh. Let's go. Cha. Huh. Yeah. Let's go. Phew, made it. Cha. Huh. Let's go. Ah.
Is it working now? You still haven't... Is it working now? Okay, now it is? Hmm? So now you can actually hear me. You know, well, this stream has been just as scuffed as I thought it would be. So far. Thank you for the sub.
Yes, I'm
And of course, now, because of all that nonsense, I wasn't... Live Split doesn't want to work, because, you know, nothing apparently is allowed to work during this.
Ho-ho!
I did not.
Yahoo! Let's go!
Why is this a Luigi level? Like, why? Why? I am surprised I somehow did not take damage during any of that.
Phew, made it!
Of course, I forget to split again. That time I just... Yeah, it's good that you made a backup save, because that sounds... Considering how hard that run has been, you need all the saves you can get.
Let's go!
And congrats on being third, Leon.
Let's go!
Apparently I have to do the secret exit first. I mean, to be fair, the order doesn't really matter. You realize that this is just, the goal is to 100% the game. I don't care about anything else.
Oh,
You know, in an actual, like, proper speedrun, I would not be happy about this, but I don't particularly care. Because, you know, the live split is kind of fake anyway. It's just kind of there for the effect. This time, though, I do actually have to get all the star coins.
let's go!
And by the way, since I know anything I would have said about this was not in the actual VOD, I am not using an optimal route for this at all. The route I'm using is kind of a route that I invented partially from routes that are no longer even considered optimal, because I don't actually feel comfortable doing the optimal route, even for, like, a speed run, quote-unquotes, that... Because we're putting, you know, a lot of air quotes around the, you know, speedrun aspect of this. But whatever time I get will technically be a PB. The world record is like 2 hours and 9 minutes by, I think, Tark? I don't remember these days. I'm aiming more for a 3 or 4 hour time personally. Which, you know, we might be getting a 4 hour time with how I've been playing. Yes. I just hope for my sake that Tark doesn't come into this stream because he's probably going to yell at me if he does and say that I'm doing everything wrong. Okay, he wouldn't, but I definitely am not. I was like, why is this not a Nabbit level? And then I remembered the nonsense involving the Koopa shell and how it's a vertical level. Yeah, that Koopa shell right there is the reason this level has to be done as Luigi. Because in the Wii U version, Nabbit cannot hold Koopas. I know that getting the very top of the flagpole technically loses me time. But I also know that the risk of me dying is really high. I don't know if he can, but I think they might have changed that. The optimal route for 100% would be somewhat similar to what I'm doing, but you don't do the stuff in World 1 after 1-2 Secret Exit until post-game. Did I just accidentally get Fast Iggy? I kind of just did that for fun. And somehow I got it. That is the first time I have ever successfully gotten Fast Iggy. In the history of ever. And definitely the first time ever on stream. I guess, you know, that's to counteract the fact that the rest of this run has been so cursed, is it had to do something to make it, you know, more blessed. Yes, we're doing World 6 this early in the run, because apparently, even in the most optimal route, you do World 6 really early. Oh, why am I doing this as Luigi? What am I doing? There's no speedrun of Luigi U where you do this level as Luigi, unless it's a Luigi-only category. it's not a thing you do.
Made it.
Now, one thing I considered doing was doing a all hidden Luigis, but then I would actually have to remember where they're all located. I'm gonna say no. I generally do prefer streams where people are talking, but I think no mic streams can work. My very first ever stream, you know, the stream we're celebrating today, I did not use my mic because I was not confident enough to do that. Although, I know you've told me that, you know, you think your accent would be a problem, which I can understand, but I think that your accent could actually be a strength of your channel. True, you actually have to have a microphone. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna say this, 2020 Star did not really have a microphone. I just kinda had to find whatever would record my audio. But, you know, that is true. You do have to have something to be able to record your voice. I mean, I understand that. That does make sense. Also, let's just ignore the fact that I have taken damage on this level both times I've had to do it. Like, I knew 5 Castle was a kind of a mirage, but I didn't need to be reminded of that this quickly. And then, of course, my life split doesn't work. How are both of these Luigi? Oh yeah, they're both vertical levels. What am I even thinking? One of them's a quasi-auto scroller. Trying to remember where on Earth, because I'm pretty sure there's an acorn somewhere in this level. Nope, it's not the right power-up. Huh.
You made it. Oh.
And also, thank you for the sub, Leon. Of course it triggered it twice, because you probably did the sub, and then it was like you did the notification, so it has to trigger the notification another time. There is our first death, which is never the best. But the good news for us is that one death is not the worst case scenario. I don't care about it the most in the world. I'm not gonna say that I don't care at all. I would rather get a better time. Because if I get like a 4-hour time, I'm not even going to bother submitting it. And I'm not gonna reset because no. This is a no reset attempt. The time I get is the time I get.
You made it.
Huh.
Oh. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure there's a backup acorn in here, which is why I'm doing this level as Luigi. And I would rather have that acorn, if possible. It's right there. And I'll just say this, Leon. If I was going to reset this attempt, I would have done that after 1-1, Because 1-1 was not at all good. Like, even a little bit. Now, it says to use the P-Acorn for this tower, but the splits are what we call wrong. So we're just gonna ignore the P-Acorn instruction, because you do not actually need a P-Acorn for this level. When I made these splits way back when, you did use a P-Acorn. And then I proceed to... And then I lose all the time saved that was connected to... Yes, World 7! We're trying to 100% this game. And doing World 7 early is actually faster, even if, let's just say I'm not using the best route. Also, welcome on in, Larry. Or, yeah, this is World 6. What am I thinking? No, yeah. I just saw they were at... But World 7 would be the next world we do. We do all World 6, all World 7, and then we're going to go to World 2. Because logic. And now my, my chat has been disconnected. I didn't want to do it, but I kind of have to. And then I lose even the P-Acorn as well. See, this is what happens when you do this for formality's sake, when you've been addicted to a different game for the last week. Okay, that means I have to, like, skip a bunch of splits, because this cutscene should not be playing. Of course! I mute myself whilst pressing all the commands. I probably need to change some of my hotkeys, to be honest, or like... But that would require me to do something, so it will not happen. But, I had to skip a bunch of splits because a cutscene played because I died too many times that should have played later. Only 2 more days of work until that break you told me about. I'll probably, after this stream, return to my, ongoing Splatoon addiction that has prevented me from streaming, because I don't really know if Splatoon is the kind of game I can stream, to be honest. But if you... I don't know, it's just... a multiplayer game doesn't really feel like the kind of one that would work on my channel. The only way Splatoon would work is if I did this single-player story stuff. I was asking why can't you, but then I remember you live in Germany, so by the time this run ends, it's probably gonna be like midnight. I think we... No, it's just... with how I've been... even if I don't die, I'm probably going to take a while, because I still have... all of Worlds 7, 8, 2, 3, a part of 5, and 9 to do. I still have, like, a lot of the game to do. I don't really know why I did this as Luigi, when Luigi's probably only faster because of Acorn. The fact that I, missed the star coins is, unacceptable. I should probably just realize I should do this. That if I can't do this as Acorn... I'll just say this, like... At this point, I'm probably not even going to bother submitting this to speedrun.com. Whatever the time is, because why would I? This is probably going to be most of the stream anyway, and I don't really want to have 2 copies of it stored. See, everything's fine. Or not. You know... And then I mess up because I forget which character I'm using. I don't even know what my mind was thinking there. But you know, this is why I have all these 1-ups, is because I knew that it was not exactly unlikely that something like this would happen. Where I started dying in one level repeatedly. Because it's kind of what happens in all of these pretend speedruns I do, is there has to be a level that I die in a lot. Well, you will see 9-3 in this, but if you're... I know you want coinless. And I get it. It's... But you're never gonna see me do 9-3 coinless. It will almost certainly never happen. I'm not even, like, that interested in doing 9-3 coinless. Quite possibly, a world where I complete 9-3 is a world I probably never return to streaming. I know you're going to, like... Oh wait, what am I doing? I should have done the other one. Well, that redemption is invalid because I can't even do 9-3, and also that's the wrong game. So your redemption has 0 effect. And at the soonest convenience, you will be refunded. Which will probably be during the credits. In case you're wondering. I'll find a way to make it later. Also, I did this level again so that I have Acorn. Because at this point, I don't even really care about even putting up a charade that this is like a real speedrun. So I'll just do a level again to get a power-up that I think would help. Yes. Who knows? Maybe this will... Because here's the thing, Leon. So let's... In an alternate universe where I'm able to beat 9-3 when I actually was doing the Luigi U coinless run, I'd probably start, you know, actually trying to create the video that you are helping me make the script for. I would have probably at least attempted to try and make that.
Yes, I'm a winner. Ho-ho! Let's go.
Now, if I take damage here, I'm probably just going to do the, you know, pause, open the pause menu and restart the level. One thing I hope is that you are still awake when we do 7-6, because there is actually some interesting stuff with 7-6. Now, will I be able to perform that stuff? I don't know. I will.
Yes, I'm a winner.
There is... It is the one time that I did something that actually affected a Luigi U speedrun. I will explain more when we get to 7-6. Don't worry, I'll try to, you know, not keep you up as long. Well, the fact that I took damage there is not encouraging, but the good news is that we should be fine. Because I can just get Acorn in the next level.
You made it.
Although the thing in 7-6 will require that, you know, I actually have Acorn. Okay, why am I doing 7-3? That is, like, wrong. So after this, I'm going to be skipping some of these splits because this is not correct. Wait, you don't go left here because the star coin insists that we don't. And the other thing is with my 7-6 stuff is I cannot just use a PA acorn in that level. Which, knowing how outdated these splits are, it might say to use a PA acorn. Yeah, 7 Tower. This is a level that both Speedrunner Star and Coinless Star don't like. For different reasons. Wait, it really wants us to do the normal exit first? If it really says to do the normal exit, then... You know, I kind of am questioning these decisions, because, like, the most I did is slightly rearrange the order these splits were in. Because that's the most I've done. The actual split names and what characters they show were things I decided years ago.
Yes, I'm a winner.
You know, the next time I do this, I'm probably going to, like, not even have any times for the individual splits, because they're all just kind of wrong. And this route, I don't even think makes any sense.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Karatsu. You've stopped into probably the most scuffed Luigi U stream I've ever done, which I think says something, because that is primarily what 2020 started. That's like most of my streams from the pandemic era were... That's I think what you're referring to is like one of Twitch's power-up things. I don't really know why they exist. It just does some HTML stuff and adds things to the screen. I honestly wish I could disable it, but I can't. And Congrats, Karatsu, on being quote-unquote first. And you want me to hydrate? I can do that. Now it's time to do one of the quickest levels in the entire run. I know there's a way to get an 89. I'm not gonna do it. And we're getting fireworks here on purpose. You have to get the superstar in the level and do some precise nonsense that I've only done sometimes. And I'm definitely not going to get it done today. That's not happening. So here's where you're supposed to do 7-3. Is after this Nabbit chase. We have to do this level again, but oh well. What do I have so many pings about? The good news, Leon, is that the thing in 7-6, we only have 2 more levels after this star coin until we get to... You think it is? You know, I would probably agree with you. Part of me legitimately wonders, like, what were they thinking? Because, like, unless if they really intended for you to be using a penguin suit for it, I don't... But you can't use a penguin suit. There we go. And now we're going to do what is my least favorite... Okay, at least with 9-6, it makes sense why it's so difficult, and also Nabbit kind of exists. But that star coin, I don't get it. In 100% runs, this is like the worst part of the run. The rainbow bridge here. Because it's complete randomness, and you have no idea if it's going to be nice to you, or it's going to be really cruel. And the RNG can decide you're doing 7-4 first, or 7-5. And that's actually the reason I got the star. Is so that if it decides to pull any shenanigans, that I can, you know, force the outcome I want. Except the Goomba is actually not as bad as this. Okay, I'm... You know, I'm just using the star here because I don't want to lose more time. Oh no. I can't show you the thing in 7-6 anymore because I need Acorn to even do it. It can lose you time. I'm not denying that part. Boost blocks are not allowed in speedruns. I know that this isn't... It's not a true speedrun anymore, but... I at least want to, in spirit, pretend it is, so no boost blocks. So I'll just describe the thing in 7-6. Basically, what I found is that you could do that level fast with the regular Acorn and skip the auto-scroll nature of it. Actually, I can do it, because I'll have Acorn. I can show you the thing. There we go.
Made it.
And then... So it says I'm going to do this as Luigi. I might mess this up because this is not... Yes, you can do this. Now, I messed it up a little, so I did lose like a second or two. But you can...
Made it.
You can do 7-6 like that. Just... No snake block required. It used to be that you had to have a pea acorn to do that. But then I found that you don't need a pea acorn. You can just do that with normal acorn Luigi. And that was actually really valuable for 100%. Because the time it takes to equip a pea acorn is a thing. And so that probably saves like 2 seconds, the strategy I discovered. There is also the time I found 1 second of time save in 5-1 for any percent, but then someone immediately dropped something that saved 2 seconds over what I did. But you know, we don't talk about that time. Because my strategy was so hard that it was never going to be done. Why are they not allowed? It's pretty much because it is a prohibition that the speedrun moderators decided to create. That's why they're not allowed. There is a category where boost blocks are allowed. It's like, it's nabbit percent with boost mode. But other than that one category, you aren't allowed to use boost blocks. At all. Now I do have to be careful here, because I can't use the other pea acorn. Actually, no, I can't. I just need to be careful. Also, boost blocks wouldn't save as much time as you think. Honestly. It's kind of just that they're annoying to use, and actually, for menuing, you kind of want to be using the gamepad. And boost mode means that you cannot. Now, does the menuing time, is that the most? No. So the real reason it's banned is because it's kind of too inconvenient. We're on 7 Castle. Okay, but you are kind of the exception. Because you do insane stuff in Coinless where boost mode is required. Most people are terrible with boost mode. So there is not. Luigi U does not have a category extensions leaderboard. Neither does Mario U. So there's not a formal 90% coinless run for either game. Now you can do it, but there's no leaderboard for it. Also, I mean, 90% coinless for Mario U, I don't think is the worst. But 80% coinless for Luigi U? That feels like madness to even, like, attempt. If you ask me. Because you're really going to do a speed run where you have to do Stone Crush Tower coinless. Like, no. No sane individual is going to do that speed run. Can someone rewind the clip to what Leon said when we were in 7 Tower, please? Now, the good news is I can't rewind, because that's not how streams work. Hello, msdcrafter. How was stream? So you were doing Hollow Knight. Or, I guess it was msdcrafter. How did you find the stream, by the way? Also, you know, welcome on in. You got recommended? Well, I feel proud knowing that someone would recommend you to raid me. You know, I've never played Hollow Knight myself. You know, I'm gonna, you know, I need to drop you a follow because I've never seen your stream before. Huh. So, you know, today is my Streamaversary. Oh, hello, Yudia. I feel like you are the one behind this. For some reason. I don't know why. I have the feeling that Yudia is the one behind this. Now, there is an important caveat. I have not actively been streaming for 6 years in a row. Like, at all. It's merely been 6 years since the first stream I did. And Luigi U was actually the first game I ever streamed, which is the whole reason we're playing it today. Or the whole reason I'm playing it. Because I think we need to honor that history. Listen here, I'm the same sometimes. You know, sometimes I'm an active streamer that goes every single day, and sometimes I vanish from the face of the earth for 1 to 2 months. Yes, I am in fact doing a 100% speed run in air quotes. The speed run aspect is a little suspect. But the rule is I do have to 100% the game before this stream is allowed to end. XPS. I like that message because it's kind of true. And you know, Leon's kind of laughing because I've made a lot of mistakes. I've taken damage in a lot of locations. I've died a lot of times. Well, I'm not exposing you. I'm more exposing myself, to be honest.
Made it.
I'm not going to pretend that this has been my best Luigi U performance, you know, unlike 3 months ago, when I got a new PB in any percent. And a pretty big one at that.
Made it.
And Okay, that's not true, though. I did not take a half-hour break. I did not take any breaks, actually. Unless if he's referring to all of the unnecessary deaths. Oh, why am I doing this, says Luigi. Oh well, this is fine. Because this isn't really this is a level where it's kind of either or. You know, right now, the run's been going pretty good. In World 6, let's just say things were not exactly going to plan. But, you know, I think that was punishment because I accidentally got, like, one of the hardest speedrun tricks in 5 Castle. First try, when I've, like, never really attempted it. And so the universe had to correct the fact that I clutched 5 Castle. But, you know, now we've kind of recovered from some earlier disasters. You got a raid and need sleep? No worries. Thanks for the raid. I'll be sure to stop by your stream in the future. And Leon has to leave as well. I mean, it is getting pretty late for you, so I don't blame you. Because, you know, for those that don't know, Leon is from Germany, so it's like 10:30 where they live. You know, I live in the US, so it's like the afternoon.
Made it.
For me, right now, it is 1 p.m. because... this is what I like, you know. Hello, Mario fan. I will take care. You know, so what we're currently trying to do is I'm trying to 100% Luigi you in one sitting. Okay, I need to follow the person those emotes are from because they have a 10 out of 10 name.
Yes, I'm a winner.
So that's now, let's see here. We've now completed half of the worlds in the game, and I guess 4.5, realistically, because we've done some of World 5.
Ho-ho!
I mean, you have to be, you know, Britain, because, you know, Britain's going to be the nation I have the second most viewers from, other than my native US. I don't know why I tried to warp to a different location when that would have been counterproductive to the current goals. We will have to warp later. But we don't do that for like... The next time we're going to use a pipe is probably going to be like an hour from now. I've been alright, Mario fan. Wait, this is a Luigi one? Oh, it's because star coins. Some of these levels, like, I'm more used to the all castles versions of them, or the any % versions. You've been doing good? That's nice to hear. I'm trying to remember where you came from, Mario fan.
Made it.
Oh yeah, Beesries, that's right. No, that's not what I meant. Like, I was trying to remember where I first saw Mario fan. I don't like that. But... we probably use Nabbit for 4-3 then. And to be honest, we're kind of at the point of the run where we're not going to be using the acorn. Because for a bit, we're going to be using a very different power-up. Because we've reached penguin territory.
Yes, I'm a winner.
Yes. And we use Nabbit for this anyway. Now, there are going to be some levels we use Nabbit in the interim. So this is going to be one of the times where we defy what this says, but in the other direction. Wait, we really do... That doesn't feel right. Now this is kind of the last level we use Acorn for a while. I don't know if I agree with doing 4 or 5 immediately. I mean, I'll do 4 or 5. BRB, no worries, Mario fan. I'll still be going by the time you come back, probably. I thought you did 4 or 5 at the end. Like after the Nabbit chase and everything. But I guess not. Now, as me and Leon Clash would know, this level is impossible to complete coinless. See, that's the, you know, the speedrunner knowledge I have, is I know just kind of... I casually just kind of know where those hidden stars are, so I can just get them.
Made it.
It's not like I'm guessing where they exist. I know they exist. Because, you know... Okay, we do the normal exit first. I know I missed the star coins, but there's a secret exit. Because with the levels with secret exits, I usually try to divide the star coins. I know where the second one is. I merely just chose not to get it. during that attempt. The second one's right there. And then, I don't know, can someone at Nintendo... Okay, I have to redo this because I messed it up. But can someone explain why the first star coin for this level is in the ending area for the secret exit? I will never understand that designation. Ever. I knew what I was doing the whole time, because I knew that I was going to have to go up there for the secret exit, and so what I decided to do was save myself from going up there twice.
Yo, let's go.
Now, I'm pretty sure you want to use Nabbit for this, because I'm pretty sure this is a level where not taking damage is very important. And plus, I know enough from those low percent speedruns I did that doing this level with Luigi is kind of a nightmare. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Ho-ho! Yahoo!
I was gonna try and get that acorn there, but apparently that was, you know, not meant to be. Okay, that was a bad idea. Like, an extremely bad idea. Hmm. Well, multiplayer is also not allowed in this, under these rules. Well, that's fine, because we messed it up anyway. Oh, for coinless? Well, if I'm correct, 5-4 is already possible. Unless if you're talking about Cloudy SMB2. And we're doing this level again because I want to make sure I have Penguin Suit in World 3. And because, again, the idea this is a true real speedrun is kind of... This one's 4-5. And then we're going to do the actual correct level, which is 3-1. The level that my splits say we should be doing right now. The fact that we... Honestly, I was expecting to get to Sparkling Waters, like, not as fast as this. I thought that we would be doing even worse. Because this is pretty late-ish into the run. Especially because we do the game completely out of order. Despite the existence of this section, it is still faster to use Nabbit. At least it was whenever I made these splits. I don't know if Nabbit is still the optimal character. I'm gonna guess the answer is no, because there have been a lot of advances with penguin movement since the last time I bothered to seriously update these splits.
Phew, made it. Ah,
Is this run on world record pace? Absolutely no.
let's go.
World record's probably gonna end before we even finish World 5 in its complete entirety. This level, one thing I remember is when I was doing the coinless run, this level was the first one to really test me. It tested my endurance, because it was pretty difficult. I guess 2-4 to some extent, but this one was definitely harder. Can you DM me that link? Because I will not be able to watch that until after stream, and I will not remember to check it. And before any Leons go, but I missed the second star coin. We'll do that when we do the secret exit later. But we won't be doing the secret exit immediately. Because the reason we do the normal exit first is because 3-4 is where the Nabbit chase is. And we want Nabbit to spawn in as quickly as possible. I don't even know if this does anything helpful. It's just because you previously were quick to remind me I missed a star coin when I knew about this fact and was merely getting it later. Also, why is the secret exit for the 3 ghosts say Nabbit? There is no world that Nabbit is faster for that secret exit. I know that. I used a different route on purpose because I want to make sure that World 8, I don't do any of it until I've done absolutely everything else. Okay, I'm just... No. I'm not... Okay, I'm just gonna not do... It's like, I kind of know what the up-to-date route looks like, but I choose not to do it. Oh well, I guess I'm just gonna have to... See, this is why I don't defy what the splits tell me. Because the penguin strats are probably faster, but they probably require me to do things that I don't currently know how to do. I also realized that because of the fact that I died, it's probably going to play the cutscene at the incorrect time. Because it's... Which is my way of saying we have to skip to... And because of the fact that we are Nabbit, I'm pretty sure that I have... Oh, wait. I know the reason I use Luigi here, which is that I like to have Yoshi with me. And with Nabbit, apparently Yoshi is incompatible or something. Which I think is outrageous. So I lost my... That annoys me that I lost my penguin suit for nothing. I honestly thought with the developments involving the penguin suit that they would have found a way to use it for at least one of the exits. No, I don't have a remote chance. There's no way that I'm going... The credits take long enough that that is impossible. Oops. I was not supposed to split there. So what I need to do is... World record's mathematically impossible. Now, a time of 3 hours, which was my goal, is very much still in play. You know, there's believing in me, and there's being delusional.
Made it. Ah.
Believing in me would be saying that I can get a 3-hour time. Being delusional would be saying that I'm going to get world record, despite the fact that I'm not in the right world for that to even be theoretically possible. Like, if I was in Superstar Road right now, it would be whatever. And then I lose Penguin, but we're right at the point, kind of, where Acorn Suit becomes important again. So, this is fine. I guess, technically, I think you only switch back to the Penguin, like, into World 5, but I don't know how to do those strats. Ah, come on. Well, first of all, that's not true. And second of all, Luigi U does not operate off of a TA system or whatever, like a time attack system where... You're right, I should have been using the P-switch because... That would have made this much easier. With Luigi U, if you just take a break in the middle of the speedrun, that time counts. And also, Luigi, with the exception of any percent normal, on the deluxe version, load times are counted as well. So whatever excuse you try to invent, Leon, doesn't work. It could also just be that I've been playing this game without any breaks or interruption for 2 hours, and that I did zero preparation for this. That could be, you know, the other thing going on, so it didn't cross my mind that, oh, I can just use the P-switch. That I absolutely didn't know existed, but I just, in the moment, forgot about. Now I have to be careful, because I can only use... I thought I had to do this level as Luigi because of the fact that switching to Nabbit would have been impossible. But then I remembered that me doing 7 Airship first means that the cutscene that prevents you from switching to Nabbit doesn't exist. Which is the whole reason we do the game out of order in the first place. Because we have to do 7 Airship before we ever do this level. So I should have been using Nabbit for this. We've now reached the point where world record's impossible. You did. The question now is, can we do the remainder of the game in under 3 hours? Because we only have some of World 5 and all of World 8 and 9. Which is a little intimidating, admittedly. I like how this doesn't specify which character to use, even though I know what the answer is. Oh wait, what am I doing? I need to hit this. Oh wait, I have to go down here. Because the star medal's right there. With this game, an in-game second is a real second. In NSMBU, I think an in-game second is 0.75 seconds. So, here's some story time with you, Leon. So, the reason I used a P acorn for this level in the coinless challenge is primarily because a P acorn's used in the 100% speedrun. I just have to remember that I can't use one of those. Because I need one of those for... So this is the last one that I can use. And to be fair, I kind of messed that up. Because I have to use that P acorn for a different level. Mainly 8.2, yes, that's the one I have to use it in. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here. For the snake block to reach me.
Yes, I'm a winner.
I forgot to split there. Why do I do the secret exit first? That doesn't really add up. Like, even a little bit. We should be doing the normal exit and then the other level, and then the other two levels. And then doing this. It almost seems kind of... Not really, but... Oh wait, I just realized I did... No, I did the right thing. It was... It's just kind of the order I have them in doesn't make the most sense to me. It feels kind of backwards. This feels like one of those things where I set the order because I generally prefer to do the secret versions of the things first without actually thinking about if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure Nabbit does. I have to remember, this is the... Dying here is is fine because we use Nabbit for most of these levels, or can use Nabbit for most of them. And we can just do 5S as Luigi and get Acorn that way. Or actually, no, we can use Nabbit until 8-2 when we have to equip the P Acorn. Even if I have to defy the route my splits use to do it. Because the route my splits use is probably different. And you know, this here, you know, me throwing this level, I'm pretty sure this is probably going to guarantee that the final time I get starts with a 3 as opposed to a 2. I mean, I think a sub 3-hour time is still possible, but there's no room for error anymore. And honestly, I've probably already... At this point, yeah, we're probably going to get a 3-hour time. I would say a 3:10 is probably my ceiling at this point. You gotta go now. You know, I'm surprised you've been able to stick around this long. You gotta get some sleep. I mean, that's fine. That makes sense. Although that's not really a sleep emote. That's a cozy emote. But I get what you mean. And then we finally get that after several attempts.
Oh. Let's go.
Why does the secret exit have us using Luigi? Like, if we were doing the up-to-date route, that makes sense, because in the up-to-date route... Actually, no, you wouldn't even have Penguin in the up-to-date route because of 5 Tower. Unless if they do 5 Tower... No, they do 5 Tower earlier, specifically because they try to use Penguin in 5-5.
Ah. Let's go. Ja. Let's go. Oh. Let's go.
Just so that any pre-rolls don't run at moments I don't like, I'm going to run a brief little ad. Because I disabled the normal scheduled ads that I use for this stream.
Bye bye. Let's go. Ja.
Now, the next stream will have the normal ad scheduling procedures. I do not know how I got a 36 there.
Made it.
I somehow did. And then I remembered that I don't have global hotkeys enabled.
Yahoo! Yo.
I'm gonna save there because with World 8, I do not trust that I will actually get this correctly
Wow.
and that I will not find some insane way to mess it up.
Let's go.
We only have 2 worlds left, but these are probably 2 of the worst. Well, worst in terms of difficulty. I would say World 8 and World 9 have some pretty good levels, but they are definitely not easy worlds.
Made it. Cha. Let's go.
Now we have no backup acorns. None. Well, to be fair, we already had none because it was kind of already budgeted that we were going to be using this PA acorn in this level.
Made it. Oh,
This is the Luigi level?
let's go.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing this level as Luigi. So unless if I literally can't. Yeah, why is this not... Why did I put an L next to this on the splits? This is the Nabbit level.
Cha.
If I somehow get a sub 3, then I'm gonna be questioning my sanity. Questioning the, how did I lose less than an hour compared to the world record? With all the mistakes I've made. Heck, if I get anything below a 310, I'll probably be a little surprised. To be honest.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Let's go.
Because let's see here, there's 2 levels I've done an unnecessary time to get a power-up that I should have had if I had played the game correctly. There's plenty of times I have taking damage to something.
Made it. Ha.
Because I took damage, and I don't have any acorns in reserve, it's time to do this as Nabbit. I know that there is a version of Elevator Skip with Nabbit, but I am not good enough at it. I am not at all good enough to do it, so that is not happening. Actually, no, I'll do this as Luigi anyway. Partially because I forgot. Okay, by executive decision, I'm gonna be doing this level again, so that I actually have an acorn suit. Remember, this is a speed run in air quotes. The timer is just kind of a suggestion. That's there just to tell us how long this is going to take. Okay, I don't like it being 79, because that... I was worried we would not get the double 7, because that would mean no acorn suit. The good news is when the credits roll, I'll be able to, you know, take a break, because those take forever and it's unskippable. So I only have, like... I only have 2 more levels. They're probably the most stress-inducing. Of course, the universe decides that... The universe decides that me having any fun is too much. I can, like, somewhat try elevator skip. This level is going to be the most painful one because I don't know how to do it in this category. Ah, there we go. Okay, I just need to make sure it's not selected to that thing, because I realized it was muted again while looking. I don't know for how long. I mean, the fact that my mic's been muted for parts of this stream is kind of fitting. Because we are celebrating a no mic stream, after all. Help! Mhm. So that's any percent, and with the credits taking as long as they do, I'm going to take a break, so I will see you all when the credits are over, maybe a bit before that.
Thank you.
What? Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I can kind of... I'm back here, but... Okay, there we go. I saw a bunch of Discord pings, and now I could actually, you know, look at them, because I can't really do anything in these credits here. You know, I don't know if I've ever done anything where I've actually interacted with these credits, because usually I make this an unofficial BRB. Which, to be fair, I did use some of this chunk of time to do that.
Yeah, I'm a winner.
There we go. All of the Superstar Road levels appeared, so we didn't miss something. Now, I know we don't need this for 9-1, but I know that there is a level in Superstar Road that does require us to use Luigi. And so I am going to get that acorn for when we do reach that level. Which will not be this one. Because I should have switched to Navi. But I did not press ZL. Because I was too preoccupied with making sure I split there. Which, I don't even know if I should have a dedicated credits split. Like, I kind of get why I put that there. I didn't... Because otherwise, this last split would have been absurdly long for no real reason.
Bye-bye. Let's go.
And then I just find silly ways to die, because, you know, that's how this whole thing works. We can't have, you know, a challenge run where I don't, you know, find silly ways to mess up. Because that's really what this is. It's not an actual speedrun, it's a challenge run to see can I 100% the game in one sitting? Or, you know, in one session? P-Switch Peril. This was one of my favorite levels in the Coinless series I did on YouTube. Because I had to come up with quite a creative solution to this. And, you know, I also didn't exactly have a lot of resources. Because basically nobody has attempted Superstar Road in this game coinless. I don't even know what the point of allowing that is, to be honest. Surely one of these levels eventually is going to be... There's not going to be any until 9-9, isn't there? The level that you can't use Nabbit in. In that it... Now Leon asked for 9-3, and here it is. Now Leon's not awake for this, and it's not coinless, but... A vertical level with that is a Nabbit in a vertical level? What kind of insanity is this? And the only reason I was willing to use Luigi here is because I know enough about this level to know that I'm not exactly risking a lot doing this level as Luigi. Well, I guess there is some risk. There probably is a reason why that level 0.95 uses Luigi.
Made it.
Now we're probably not going to get a sub 3. Sub 3 is probably impossible at this point. which I don't exactly like, but I wasn't expecting that good of a time anyway. What feels silly here is we might still get like a 309.
You made it.
Which is just insane to me.
Ja. Let's
Because you mean to tell me that this run, with all of the mistakes I have made in it, might still very well be within an hour of the world record? Because I don't think it's gonna take me 10 minutes to do these last few levels. Especially since they're all nabbit.
go.
Like, I've attempted 100% before. I've never completed a run until today. Because I will complete this run no matter what happens.
Ja. Let's go.
You know, even with that death,
Oh. Let's go.
okay, now I'm just actively sabotaging.
Let's go.
Because, you know, this is just the I suddenly forget how to play the game I'm streaming because that makes it more suspenseful moment. Because we're... Okay. Why did that do any of that? Welcome on in, newbie. You probably decided to awaken yourself from your nap at the best time. And yes, now the bot, whenever newbie comes in, will greet him in, you know, the language that he has been spending all of his time learning. Because, you know, apparently... Which means that is now the third language that has been used in this stream. Because you were not here earlier, but in addition to Leon being here, who's German, someone else came into the stream that was German, and so they said like a message or two in German. And, you know, I'm just, you know, right now dying in 9-8 repeatedly, the penultimate level, because, you know, I have a skill issue. And that's what happens when I go as long as I have with no breaks whatsoever. Okay, what am I doing there? I should just wait for the cycle, honestly. These pendulums, the problem with them is that they force the knockback effect for some reason, instead of just letting me walk through them like most things as Nabbit. You know, if I didn't die so many times on some levels, this would probably be potentially sub 3-hour pace, including this one, but some levels must be a complete disaster. I guess. I like to think that this is the way of punishing me for nailing Fast Iggy all the way back in World 5. Because there's no other explanation for this. And now there's one last level. 9-9. Flying Squirrel Ovation. I just realized that this will probably be the first time in like forever that I've played this level on the Wii U version. Because I'm pretty sure Young Star 100%'ed this game on the Wii U version. And then I 100%'ed it twice on the Switch. Now, Luigi U is not the game I have 100%'ed the most times. That honor belongs to Galaxy 1. Or no, it doesn't belong to Galaxy 1, it belongs to 3D World. What am I thinking? I can't even remember which game I've 100%'ed the most. Huh? In a Just World, Galaxy 1 would have that honor. The thing about this level here is I have to get the star. It is a mandatory thing if I want 100%. This 9-9 is much better than Mario U's version of this level, and I will hear no counter-arguments.
Made it.
And here... And right after this text box... So we've officially 100%ed New Super Luigi U. You know, what do I do now? Because do I end stream here with having 100%ed the game? Do I do something else? I don't really know. I would say, yeah, congrats. That 100%ing the whole game. We did the thing we were set out to accomplish. I'm probably going to, for the time being, practice some any percent stuff. Because we're just so that I am up to speed. I'm just gonna change the title. So because we're on the Wii U version, what I first want to do is, before we practice the bane of my existence, known as 5-Tower, I want to make sure that I know how to do this level, because this level is different between the Wii U and the Switch versions. And so I think it is important that you know, do this level again so that I remember to do it. So because this is what we need to do, is we need to... What is this comparing against? I probably can't go for too much longer. Nah, I can go for some time. Now, what am I doing there? Why am I trying to do the 100% stuff? Like, okay, I get why I was trying to do it, because that's what I spent all stream doing, but I don't need to do 100% anymore. I know it seems weird to stop at the door, but I usually get Boom Boom, so I don't really need to worry about that as much. I also want to make sure I get 7 Castle, because 7 Castle is one I could easily mess up. And trust me, there's a reason I'm warping to World 8 to do that. Because I think doing all that is more convenient.
I'm a winner.
You know, try as I might, I don't really know if I have it in me to continue this stream. So I'm probably going to just cut it short here, you know, just cut it here. Because we did, after all, do the thing that I had to do. So let me see who I could plausibly raid. Because I want to make sure that I... Those are some good options there. Okay, not that one. Let me see. Oh, so I say that we raid Sifheim. So let's get the raid messages ready to let them know that they are getting a raid from me. So until next time, bye!